mindset.
In the where?
In the West,
West.
In America particularly.
Yeah.
They have this victim mindset, like they're always being oppressed.
Yeah.
And here, these kids can't go to school because they can't afford a birth certificate. If there's oppression, that would be oppression.
I mean, you never saw. We should really have asked the old lady to show us her house.
Yeah.
That would be, the way that us foreigners think of culture shock is so far out of context. Culture shock is viewing things from afar, but for most foreigners. But the real culture shock is when you step into a house like those people that woman was living in, with 8 children and no money.
Yeah, well, and there's parts of America where that's the case also.
Yes.
Like in Appalachia and things like that. But and even rural New York has places like that where there's like a family of 8 living in a trailer, a single wide trailer.
Yeah.
But the difference in America is there is a path out. There's a way out. If you have any ambition at all, you can find a way out in America. If your IQ is above, say 85, there's a path to success. But that's not the case here. It doesn't seem like there's a path to success.
So all the ideas about that much overused phrase of from the Bible of give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. You've heard that one.
Yeah.
I've heard that one to death. Many of these people don't have the wherewithal to be able to do what, as you said, you can do in America. It's not available to them.
Yeah, and the funny thing is it's not available to them, but they don't know any different, but they're not bitter about it. They're not, in the West and in America, people are so bitter because they don't have what Jeff Bezos has or whatever. Who cares what Jeff Bezos has? Yeah. He earned it. Whatever he's got, he earned it. It's just this victimhood mentality.
Yeah.
That's not present here. It's really wonderful, but there's so much poverty. God, it's hard to see him struggle,
But we can do something about it. Now look at this little girl. A little girl, and how old can she be? 6, and she walks to school, and for the most part, she's safe. Mm-hmm. Now, in California, if a parent allowed a child like that alone, just allowed out alone, look at these 2, they're coming home from school. And like you said, they're happy.
Mm-hmm.
I actually read of a case of a woman not that long ago, within the last year, a woman in California who was fined, if not a short duration in prison, for allowing her 2 children to walk 2 blocks to school unattended, that they walked on their own.
Right.
Do you think you see yourself living in a simple life like what they have?
Well, yeah, I have a pretty simple life back in America. I mean, my house compared to these houses is extravagant, but compared to Western style, it's very old and dated, and it's not the greatest for sure. But so I could definitely see myself living a simple life. I'm not really into the latest and greatest anything.
So you can see yourself living in a nipa hut and bathing outside, bathing in the creek, or
Well,
I
Beth,
actually slept in one here in Bahal.
Beth,
It
that,
was awesome.
what we just built is not a nipa hut.
or like that.
You keep saying this, but we're not putting people in nipa huts. The nipa huts are, that's for the incredibly poor. And why would we put anybody in that? But the more, what I call traditional houses, is what you've seen.
Yeah.
And that is, it's a concrete floor, it's five courses of hollow block filled with concrete and rebar, and then a wooden frame on top of that, and a tin roof, and it's a Macon cladding.
Yeah.
That cladding that you see, that you can see through, is a Macon. And that's what we built for Beth's mother, because that's what she wanted.
Right. What does something like that cost to build, that simple house that we went and saw?
That one there,
Without windows.
that one there, yeah, just as you saw it, wasn't that about 80,000?
90.
What?
90 everything.
90.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find simpler ways to build, but that people will still take to and be happy in. I mean, the people that are living in that house now, it would not be an exaggeration to say that for them, they feel as if they've won the lotto.
Sure, yeah.
You know, if you could see, well, you did see houses that were similar to what we knocked down to put them into House 42.
Right.
That little girl is always so happy to see us and was so thrilled with the house.
Yeah.
And the other children as well were just so thrilled with that house. I think living in the province is the thing that seems to be the most ideal to me. I mean, look at the traffic.
Yeah.